Hi everyone and welcome to another week's video. This week is a little bit different to the norm that we have been producing so far. We have some things that we need to share with you guys, and also there's details of a project that we've been working on for the past 18 months that John's going to talk you through.
Which is this: we are trying our best to establish a sustainable life here that is eco-friendly, and that we can use as much of materials as is around us as we possibly can. So we make compost, we do all of that sort of thing, which is why I'm probably driving people crazy in relation to the compost over.
We have a worm farm.
We've a couple of them, and worms are actually really difficult to grow here in Gran Canaria, but we're growing them. But this, I have saved all of the water from our sink, and all of the water that comes from our sink goes to feed these guys. There's quite a few of them, and they're working because this is the product of your labour. The fruit, the banana. So the banana flower, it's actually a beautiful tree architecturally. I absolutely love it, but it's just what we're trying to do. We are learning as we go along here, because believe it or not, this is a small island. It's very, very small, but its microclimates are immense. Every 10 minutes that you drive down the road, it changes, dramatically changes. It's beautiful. Like south of the island is semi-desert. You can't grow this kind of thing south of the island in Morgan or Maspalomas or anything like that unless you've got an absolute ton of water. But here we can. So that's why we like it north of the island, and it's more Spanish. So this is for us.
And also, when we first moved here, we decided that we would do a project like this on a small scale to see if it was sustainable and if it was something that we could do on maybe a bigger scale in the future. So I think it's really worked out well for us, and that's definitely something that we will be able to continue to do.
Because water management here is a big thing.
Yeah.
Like if you can think of it, it doesn't rain much. So if it doesn't rain much, where does the water come from? So you have to buy it. And there's several different ways that you can buy it, but you still have to buy it. So water management is crucial. That's why we started to do this. But just to get back to the actual land itself, we have an appointment in the town hall, and it's a concern to us. It's a concern to us because the trees that's over in the site, the palm trees that we're all the time talking about, we do not want to lose them. Now, the site is split into two. It's urban and it's rustica. So the rustica thing, we can grow our tropical garden and grow our food, fruits and veggies in, but the rest of it that's urban is up for development. That was important to us, that we needed to have land that we could develop to build.
A combination of both, really.
To build a home for ourselves.
Yeah.
But there's a plan on it to build a concrete monstrosity of a thing that we do not want and we do not like, and that plan annihilates all of those trees. Now, they're protected by Spanish law, but if you pay to have them properly removed, the trees are gone somewhere else, and that's just as simple as it is. Pay the money and the law will work with you. But it's the same as along the roads. You will see them, they will relocate the trees.
Yeah.
You cannot cut them down, you cannot chop them, you cannot kill them. Why we would is not an issue. So the meeting on Tuesday is a concern to us.
For sure.
It is a concern, and we have an architect and all that sort of thing on board, but we don't know what approach they are going to take towards us, towards what we're proposing to do, and how we propose to do it. So we really have to wait and see, and we have to go by what they say. You can't sit down with these people and argue your points, because it's whatever way they want the land and want the surrounding area developed.
Yeah, so it's just a wait and see game until Tuesday.
Yeah, but we really need, if this doesn't go right for us, guys, seriously, if this goes wrong, the trees are gone and we have to develop the whole thing, and I don't know what we would do. I could not move them trees anyway, so maybe somebody else can do it, but I can't.
Well, we'll have to come up with a plan B.
No.
We'll see.
I don't want a plan B.
Let's wait and see.
Plan A. Let's stick to plan A at the moment. It's not plan A. It's
the only plan.
It's the plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, so as not to drive you guys crazy or ourselves, we'll see how this meeting goes. We'll see what happens, and if it doesn't go our way, then we'll
So
have
be
to
it.
do something different, I guess.
Yeah.
But just on another note, these are something else that we grow here. Strawberries. And they are delicious. No chemicals, no nothing. And really what we're trying to show you guys is that we are trying our best to establish a method of growing all of these things. We're not starting from fresh on the land, so we have a little bit of experience in relation to growing them. When we talk about growing our tropical garden, when we talk about growing fruits and vegetables for ourselves to eat, we can have a bit of an understanding of it, and above all, which is most important, we're willing to learn from our mistakes. That's a crucial part.
Yeah, and also too, because like John has grown fruit and vegetables all his life mainly, but here it's a completely different story.
Completely different.
So what worked at home in Ireland just doesn't work here.
And another thing too, what you grow here, I have never in my life seen so many things that are here that are ready to eat what you grow.
Like this morning, we came out and there was a lizard with a lovely big juicy strawberries in his mouth.
Almost teasing me, looking at me as much as to say, thank you very much. Let's just see how it goes, and hopefully you'll stick with us and see what we do and like what we do. Enjoy it.
Hi everyone, we just wanted to pop on here and give you an update as to what's happening. We've just come out of the meeting in the local town hall and it actually went better than we had expected.
We met with the main architect of the municipality, and we do not want to lose these trees. It's just a thing that we just don't want to lose them. And the previous owner was a developer. And so we bought this property off of a developer, and his proposal was to take out all of the trees. That's not us. And to build something that's like 4 stories, 5 stories high here, we don't want that. We just want something that we can build in an old traditional Spanish style or Gran Canarian style, incorporating the trees into it. And he was a sort of
Pleased.
yeah. And he's seen a sort of the vision that we have in relation to what we want to do here, so they're not totally opposed to it.
And it was great because he actually spoke quite a bit of English, so we could get our ideas across to him and we had a really good understanding of where we were.
Yeah, me personally, I'm fairly relieved after that meeting, because it was a huge worry and a huge concern to me, because you know, people buy the dream in Spain and everywhere else, and then things can go horribly wrong. So we're happy. He also has an Irish friend that he plays soccer with, so nice to have sort of some kind of a connection.
And he was really helpful actually, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
So he's
Yeah,
kind of
he was.
he's given us the green light to go ahead, and now that we have our topographical report completed, he has given us the green light to go ahead with the application for the boundary wall, and he's given us the green light for
Somewhat of a green light. We
Yeah.
have to go through our architect with this, and we cannot emphasize too, guys, enough that having the right team with you is so important when
Yeah.
you're doing anything like this. We have a very good architect, we have engineers, we have a solicitor, we have people who will help us in relation to communication. So it's so important in our opinions and in our experience.
yeah, and
it's
especially when
important.
we don't speak the language. Like it's obviously our architect and some of the other people that we have with us don't speak English either, but we're able to communicate with them. But when you have to go to a meeting in a town hall or something, it's very daunting when you don't speak their language. So we were really thankful.
And sometimes they don't take too kindly to Google Translate, and sometimes it's better that way that
Yeah.
you bring a translator. That's another person that we have on board, is a couple of people who will do translations for us. So we're happy with that.
Yeah, so all in all, it was a good day.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
So relief,
God.
and this is going nowhere.
So onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah. So all in all, it was a good day after all the stress and the worry about it.
Yeah, it was a good day and it was stressful.
And we're very relieved, needless to say.
Very.
So thanks for watching. We hope that we're keeping you up to date as much as we can. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you anything. And like the video. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.